Good afternoon, happy Wednesday, everybody. It's 2 o'clock and I'm live. I'll wait just a moment here while people start to pop on. But I am excited to show you today a couple of close to my heart specials. So first, close to my heart dropped two big specials this week. The first one is a VIP special. If you look in your email, you will have received from Close to My Heart a special referral code, and if you share that with a friend and they sign up, then you get a $10 credit and they get a $10 credit in addition to their VIP sign up reward. So you can refer as many people as you like. I hope that you refer them to me as their maker. I like to treat my VIPs really well, so I hope you know that I think it's so worth it and I'm happy to have you. If somebody does not have a, if they want to sign up under me and I know it, I'll probably ask one of you for your codes instead of using my code so that you get the reward. But I don't, at the current moment, have a lot of people who I haven't already recruited. Okay, so second special is the workshop wow. And you know, we talked about the workshop wow last week and the week before. But basically, in the core catalog, there's a couple of paper packs that are bigger than normal, have more papers than the others, and they don't have workshops with them. And so what Close to My Heart has done is they have created a bundle special, one for scrapbookers and one for card makers, so that you can get these papers at 20% off, and they're bundled together with other products so that you can do a special workshop that they have created. Now, I have shown you these scrapbook layouts, but I will be happy to take pictures and show you again. I have I can take pictures of them and send them to you or whatever. But you can get this scrapbooking bundle a couple of ways. First, it comes with all of the papers and sticker sheet, and then it comes with 9 pieces of coordinating cardstock. And then you can buy the bundle that has thin cuts and a stamp set with it. The stamp set is this one, which is really fun. They don't use it a ton. I can show you on the layouts where they use it. There's like a little stripe right there of yellow, a little stripe right there, and right there of the lagoon, and a little bit on this layout, but not much. So if you have something else that will work, if you have another stamp that you could just stamp randomly there, or even a sticker, you would not need that stamp set. I do love that stamp set, but you don't need it. And then the thin cuts are a basic shape. These are squares, and most of like the layouts that I really like on here, basically it's just a square cut with an X, which you could do on a paper trimmer, which would give you triangles. So unless you're sold on the concentric squares or the circle in the square, you wouldn't necessarily need the thin cut either. Now, this little doodad right there is the circles in the square, and these are the concentric like squares nested inside of each other. So you could easily make these with the triangles, and you could substitute them for those. It just depends on how much you want your layouts to look exactly like these. So it is a 20% discount, which is great, and you earn VIP credit on this, so you earn 15%, which is of the $62.95. I mean, you're talking about almost 10 bucks additional credit. So think about that for the scrapbooking set. And then if you go online right now where you purchase these, you can download the whole workshop right there. How to, step by step, how to cut, what to cut, where to put things, the measurements and everything. So there you go. You have the workshop even if you don't buy the paper pack right now. Or maybe you just want the paper pack and you'll buy the other stuff later. Now the one that I think is like stunning is the card making workshop. The card making workshop can make up to 12. Actually, I had a lot of leftovers, so probably more than 12, but it makes like 12 cards that are interactive, that have this pull tab, and they're all using this celebration paper. So the color scheme can be masculine, can be feminine. If you look at what extra you need to put this together, it's mostly markers to color in the images and blocks and tools. So look through your stash and just see what you have. You may not have to buy another thing. If you're like me, I've got a stash of tools, I've got adhesives, I'm good. So think about that. This is a really great workshop. Totally worth it to get the extra present set and the pull tab thin cuts. And I want to show you how to use those today, because I think they're pretty cool. And you don't have to have the presents, but the presents are easy. And you can download the instructions, just like go to the page where you purchase this, and there's a little link to download the instructions. And there are measurements and everything for that. So that's all free. All right. But this deal, I love this. I love this. Okay. I want to show you a few things here. I did not finish all of my cards, obviously. I want to show you how the presents work. So basically, these are the 3 dies, and you can kind of see what happens is you would stamp the top of the present, and then when you cut it out, it cuts out extra down below. So you want to make sure and leave some extra white space down here, because that is how you get this bottom, when it pulls, that's how you get this bottom white space that you can stamp on or put an image in there. So you need that extra. Cute, right? And then the present itself is basically just a rectangle. And the other present is long and skinny. Like if you didn't want to type happy birthday in there, you can see when it pulls out, it's a long, thin image, and then you can just decorate it. So the markers that they used, that they put on the list of additional supplies, are ones that match the paper. But You don't have to. You could use the colored pencils. We used those the other day. You could use totally different paper and different colors of markers or whatever. You also get a little batch of acrylic stars. These are like the super thin acrylic shapes that you can put color with markers. These are colored with alcohol markers to put onto the card. See how they decorate it? And I just think that's really, really cool. So there's a lot of options here, and you'd have birthday cards for a whole year, or if you like to make, you know, a pack of cards for somebody else, it's a cool idea. So there's that. Now I'm gonna move that out of the way just for a minute. And I wanna talk about this pulling mechanism. So this is a pull tab, and yes, you could totally make this on your own. I've made pull tabs before, but look how nice it is to have it all cut out for you. I'm going to show you a couple how to actually put this together, but I want you to kind of understand the basic mechanism. So this big piece has score lines in it in the middle, and it folds to make this piece right here. And you can see it goes into a slot. The slot is made with these little pieces here, just like that. And then basically this has like a little notch, which is this little ring right here, which I get lazy and I don't always use it. And then just to make things cleaner, you can see I didn't finish my cards. But basically, let me get my scissors here and I'll show you. Like you would cut this down like that. And then this little piece has a little arrow on it, and it would fold over the top of this. So you'd have a little arrow, and it would just clean it up. I have some samples to show you in just a little bit. Now this has a lot of little tiny pieces, and so I would recommend really keeping your magnet nearby so you can throw your pieces right back on the magnet as soon as you use them, because wow, those are easy to lose. So anyway, I just thought that was really cute. So when you're looking at the present and how it actually works, here's another one that I didn't finish because I wanted to show you. Basically, what you do is you have a base, and then you have a little piece that hides your mechanism right there, and it's on foam tape that gives this piece a little room to move. And then you need something to hide your surprise, right? And my surprise is going to be the message that I put on here. So I'm gonna put this all the way to the bottom of the slot, and then I'm gonna put some glue just on these two little tiny tabs. I can use liquid glue, I can use glue dots, and then I am going to attach, just like that, my item that's gonna move. And the only place it's attached is that little circle right there. So it'll be just like that. And then I want to give it space to move, so whatever I put in front of it to hide it has to be on a little bit of foam tape just to pop it up and give it a little space to have room to move behind. So that's what we're going to make today. I'm going to show you how to do that using different stamps and things. I'll put that aside. Okay. So when I say I'm going to show you how to use different stamps, the present stamps are like obvious, right? The present stamps are ones where, you know, they're made specifically for this set. Now, but what if I wanted it to be Christmas themed and I didn't want to use a present, I have this is a tree tag from last year. This is some paper that was in the flash sale, and it has holiday themes and stuff in it. It's a great pack. So I just put that, I used my card as the base, and then behind I've used the present paper as my slider paper. You can kind of see there's a slidey thing in there, and I put the tree on there. And then there's a pull tab, and here you can see I actually put the little, I didn't do a great job, but I put the little finishing tab on there. See, both sides round, and it just folds over. And then you pull it up, and look, remember that little kitty with the present? Isn't that cute? And it says Meowie Christmas. I'm gonna lower it. Isn't that cute? So I have a base of green, and then I popped up the present paper with a little bit of foam so that it would give my mechanism room to move, because it needs some space in there to be able to move. And then I put my white piece with the little foam so that my kitty would be able to move. So I used thin foam tape. It's not very thick. This would still be on a normal envelope and it would not need extra postage. But I need everything to be popped a little bit so that there's some space for this thing to glide and move. Isn't it cute? I just think it's adorable. So that was using this little cat. Could use the dog. There's the tag that I used. I guess I should show you all that ahead of time. And that was all from last year, and I believe everything is, all the stamps they try to keep on the website for a year, so they're probably all still available. I love these stamps, and I love this idea. I just used my squares to make a little stitched frame, and then I used my red pen to stitch around the edge. I just think that one is adorable. All right. Yikes. I still have my cough. You guys notice that? Still have my cough. I feel like I'm never gonna get rid of it. All right. So we all love this ocean paper, the ocean with the beach. And this set is, of course, current in the catalog. See, I keep all my parts and pieces in the envelope. So it's called Riding in the Sand. So what I did is, you know, it just wouldn't be right if I didn't create something with sharks in the summer. And I was thinking this water is perfect for a pop-up shark. Okay, so I'm gonna use my old set with the little sharks. It says, "Hope your birthday is jawsome." And I cut. Let me show you what this looks like when it's cut out. So this piece right here, you can kind of see how it's cut. There are some score lines. I am just going to fold that in on the score lines like that. Now, I like to use some fairly strong adhesive in here. So I'm gonna fold this over. Then I'm going to do this side and fold this over. Now, that gives you a triple layer of cardstock, and you need it to be pretty sturdy to be able to use that mechanism over and over. Now on the bottom, you'll notice that there's some score lines there. You can see them, and they look like little feet. Now this side has the seam. I'm going to flip it over so the seam is to the back. I'm going to fold these little feet forward. To me they look like elf shoes or something. So I'm going to move it like this, okay? So it's like sitting, little elf shoes. And then there's another little score line where you can flip the foot backwards like this. I'll get back under camera. So the feet were straight, and then I do back, and that is what makes that little circle. That little circle that goes inside of the slot, okay? So that's how we do that piece. The other piece that you get is this one right here, and it has two score lines, one there and one there, and basically you are just making a little loop. You are just making a little loop, just like that. And the idea with that, Moose, get down. I dropped a tomato on the floor earlier, and it's kind of splatted on the floor. And now he's like all about trying to get that tomato. It must smell really good to him. It's so weird. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold that together for a moment, let it dry. I put liquid glue on it because it's just stronger. Okay, so I have that piece and that piece. And then I did go ahead and cut my notch out of the top. So that's garbage. That's this little circle right here. And then to determine, and then I cut my finishing piece for the finished part of the card. To determine which size of slot, you can see there's 3 different sizes. This is like a 2-inch, like a 1.5, and then like a 1. 3 different sizes of slots, and it's like, well, I don't know what to use. So basically what you're doing is you're looking at how far you want your item to slide and how well it's going to be hidden. So what I did was I looked at this as my card front. This is going to be the piece that hides the secret that's going to be sliding out, right? And I want this to go all the way down. What I'm going to do, I'm holding this in place, and I want my jaws to go all the way down to at least there, okay? So when I lift this up, and I look at where it lands, it landed here, and I need it, when it raises, to go above, all the way above the water, which is kind of far. So what I did was I did what I did before. Like I held it in place just enough to hide it and put it down. And then I made like a pencil mark at the bottom, like that. And then I slid it up to where I want it to be, and I made a pencil mark just like that. And then I compared my different sizes, and I obviously needed the biggest one. The biggest one will give me the max hiding and showing at the end, right? So I went ahead and I cut that. Now I went off center. Why? I don't know. I'm just sloppy a little bit, but I don't think it will really matter, okay? All right. I have a card base. I'm just gonna fold that so I can kind of show you how this goes together. All right, so I have all my pieces and parts. Things are cut. The card base is gonna be my base. This needs to be lifted up because this little mechanism needs some room to move behind it. So I'm gonna put some foam tape on here. All I have out is my thin, so I'm gonna do that. I am going to put some foam tape on. And then I like to put a little bit of foam tape in the center of the card also, so that it doesn't smash. You don't want it to like smash down, right? And you don't want to block your mechanisms. This is like your alley for your mechanism. So you don't want to block that right there. Maybe if I put foam tape here and here, it'll make more sense. Right? So I have foam tape. This is the top of the card. I have foam tape just to hold it up out of place so that this little mechanism, when it's behind here, will have room to move. I'm moving this shark thing out of the way. It's in my way. And the stamps get a little sticky. Okay. So, before I take this down, there's a couple of things we need to do. These little circles need to go through the slot from the back to the front. I'm going to do that. And ta-da! Open it up. Do you see that? And that is how it's going to move up and down. Just make sure it can move up and down. This is what it looks like from the back. See how you don't want to block that. You wouldn't want to put foam tape under there. Now, the other thing is, you see how it's wonky? It can go side to side. It's really, it could be kind of bad for your card. So I'm going to take that little piece that we made. It's just a circle band. It's just a band. And I'm going to slide it over just like this. And then I'm going to put a little glue on the band, only on the band, not on the moving part. All right, come on, glue. I need to open my glue back up. All right. So, only on the band, right there. And I'm gonna put that all the way to the bottom. And then I'm going to put that band into place and just hold it there for a moment. I just want that. Now it's important for this to be all the way at the bottom of your slot when you put that band on, because if it's up here, you might put the band in a wrong place. Just be kind of careful. So there is our mechanism. Okay. Now I'm ready to peel all this adhesive off and adhere this to our card. Okay? The only place it's going to stick is where the foam tape is, okay? I didn't put adhesive anywhere else. I'm going to put it on the card just like this. There. And then check your mechanism and make sure it will slide and move. Just like that. Now, you have to decide, what do you want to pop out? Do you want the shark with the birthday hat to pop, you know? If I put this on as the hiding feature, you can kind of position the shark. It looks like his little hat will show. But then all you would have to do is glue him on, and then he will be the one that pops out, and it'll say, you know, happy birthday or whatever. Or do you want the one that looks more like a shark coming out of the water? And then when he moves up, you want to make sure the jawsome shows, right? So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to put glue dots or liquid glue only on these circles. Only on these half circles, okay? And this is where you put your slidey mechanism. It's the only place, whatever surprise you're putting back there is going to be attached, is on the circles, see? This is the same kind of, this is exactly how those presents are made, in that you put the hidden part, or the top of the present, on here first, and then you put the bottom of the present here. So let me just grab one of these cards and show you that. I have all these cards all ready to show you, and then I don't know what I did. I'm like, I love it. Okay, so like on the present card, here's our mechanism. We have a base, and then we have a popped up base with the slot in it that allows our mechanism room to move, that has a little foam. And then we are going to put it all the way to the bottom, and we would attach glue to the circle, attach our surprise, right? Our surprise is going to say, you know, happy birthday or what, or have money in there, or a gift card. It's a little bit small for a gift card, but you could roll some money up and put it in there. That'd be cute. We're going to put some foam tape on here, and when that allows this little present, see, it's not attached yet. I guess I could attach it. It allows that a present room to move up and down by putting a little foam on there. You just need to give it a little space. So that means I need to put a little foam on here to give it a little space. Now I don't want to interfere with the shark. So let me just put, I have these foam squares left I need to use. So pardon me, it takes forever. I don't want to put foam anywhere where it would keep my shark from moving. Like, you don't want it to get hung up. Like this one looks like it might hang it up just a little bit. I'm gonna make it smaller. All right, there we go. Just like that. So now I'm going to attach. Now imagine, while I'm doing this, what the front of your scene is a bunch of flowers, and maybe you have some flowers stamped on the background, but when you pull on the tab, a little bee comes flying out, or a butterfly. That would be so cute. Or a gnome. That would be cute. All right. I am going to put this here. And now, my little mechanism is getting hitched. This is real life. There. Put that there. Sorry, I gotta find my garbage can. Okay. Ta-da! I am still getting hitched up. What am I hitching up on? The foam. I should have used my skinny foam instead of trying to use up what I had there. I'm going to use a little skinny piece over here. There. Okay, now, really, I ruined my reveal, but look at how cute that is. Ba-bump, ba-bump, ba-bump. Not cute? And then I have my hope your birthday is, and then I just have to put Jawsome. Now, if you're like me, maybe I put this a little too high. I can rearrange. I always make like a mock-up card of some kind to help me get through my final card. So like I might make a mock-up of this and then it would stay in my stash, and then I would make a whole bunch of the regular ones. Hope your birthday's Jawsome. Isn't it cute? Oh my god, cute. Okay, and then the last thing I want to do is I want to trim this. You want it to fit in your envelope, right? And you want to use this little piece, has a score, folds in half, and I'm just going to put a little adhesive on both sides of it, and then this just goes right there. It's like, makes your pull tab a little more finished. Ba-bump. Do you love it? Okay, and then I would probably go ahead and decorate this more with some, that set comes with like the little starfish or thinking of you or whatever. Isn't it cute? I just love it. All right, there is my shark set. Now just imagine if it was this one coming out. Wah. Isn't it cute? That one's more kid friendly, I suppose. All right, so there's the shark. I have another one. Hopefully this one will go smoother. All right, so I kind of pre-cut some of this one. A lot of it. All my parts are all over the place. Okay, so this is that cute little teddy bear hugs, and it's really cute, and I thought I could have the bear pop out of the present. I could have the bear pop out from behind a rainbow, behind bushes, whatever, a window, or I could make the heart pop out, pop up that says hugs. So I thought, okay, this one has some possibilities. So we're gonna start with a card base, and this is peach. I think I'll start with the dark side of peach. And then I have the base, which we're gonna cut a slot into. Actually, do I want to do this one? No. We're gonna cut a slot into this one, so this one will need foamed up a little bit. And then this will be the part that hides the pop-up that's gonna come up into the window. So you can put anything in there that you want, but I just want to decorate just a smidge. I really like this heart shaker, and so you could use any shape. You saw that I used the square on the Christmas one. You could use a circle, so you can make any window. All right, I'm just gonna put that there. There's my decoration. This piece I decided I'm gonna try to make the heart pop up. So I want the bear to show up on the card like this. This is what the card will look like when the person gets it. And then what I want is this little hugs to pop up and look like it's in the bear's hands. But I want to see the bear really well. So I'm going to make my bear a little wonky. It won't be perfect, but it'll be okay. So I'm going to kind of steer my bear. I'm kind of holding my pieces in place, and I'm going to put my bear where I think he'll look the cutest. Right there. All right. And then I'm just going to glue him down. Like that. All right. So my bear is in place. Now, I know I need my hugs to go below this heart. So let me put this in place. And I'm going to mark the bottom of my heart right there. It's at the bottom of his foot. So I need the heart below there. And when it comes up, I want it to be about there, right? So I'm going to make a little dot there. So I know it's hard for you to see on camera, but I can hold, I have a dot here and I have a dot there, and I can hold my little strip pieces up. See, that'll be too long. This inch one will be too short, which means the middle piece is just right. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to kind of put this over my dots where I want my heart to show, just like that. And what I usually do is take a piece of washi tape or something and kind of tape that in place and then put it through my machine. Now I have my machine out over here off camera, and I'm just going to run this through. This is how I get stuff crooked, because I'm lazy about, I don't tape all the time. So let me just run that through. Okay. And then you can see it cut that little piece out, which is garbage, and it left me a little slot, right? Now, I have my piece right here that I already put together. I glued the back, I move this to the forward, and I have the little circles, just like that. And I'm going to pop that into the slot. Okay, just like that. And then this is where the heart is going to move. So the next thing I need to do is put foam tape on the back so that it holds up. I'm gonna try my big foam tape again. Wish me luck. Okay. I'm just using up this scrap foam tape. So the idea is I don't want it to smash in the center. So I do need some foam pieces or something to hold this up so this mechanism has a little room, has a little space. just like that, okay? I know that's a lot of foam tape, but I want to use it up. Okay, it's gone. Okay. I'm going to move this. All right. So we're ready to attach this piece to here, except it's still wonky, so we need this little piece, which is our like belly band. It's like a little tiny, teeny, tiny belly band that will go around. I'm just holding it in place for a moment for that glue dries so fast, but I just want to make sure it's not glue, it's not goozing out to my center there. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. I'm moving this all the way down, all the way to the bottom of my slot. Come on. Hey Moose, what you barking at? There's squirrels outside. I put my bird feeders back up, and now the squirrels are bananas. Okay, all the way to the bottom of the slot. Now I'm gonna glue my little belly band to there. That way, it'll keep my piece from going side to side, left to right, right? While that dries, I'm going to start peeling off all the tops of my adhesive because, man, I used a lot of little squares. This is why tape is so nice. I wouldn't have to take all of them off. I mean, some of them are just to make sure it doesn't squish, right? But I need enough off for it to adhere. Okay, good enough. Here's my base. Here's my cute little card. And I am putting that on like that. Now, I'm double checking, make sure it slides good. It has plenty of room to maneuver and it's not wobbling back and forth. Okay, so my next thing is what I consider the hardest thing. Making sure that the heart stays hidden, the little hugs stays hidden, but when it pulls up, it's where I want it to be, right? Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Okay, so I just need to push this back down to the bottom, put glue dots or liquid glue right here, only on the circles. See that? And then I am going to put my heart on there. Now, let me double check. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So my last step is to put the cover on that hides the little heart, and it needs to be lifted up. If I glued it straight down, this heart could get hung up in there and it would have trouble moving. So you need to lift it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be lifted up a lot. You can use thin tape, but it's just the, it needs space. So I'm getting out my thin tape again. You don't even have to use as much as I use, but I do. And you don't want, like, you don't want tape far, you know, to get hung up on your heart. So don't put it up here. I hope that makes sense, because your heart won't have anywhere to hide down here. So you want it, you want just a little bit way at the bottom. Now at the top it doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter. You want your mechanism to be able to move. Duh. All right. I'm gonna put that there, put that there. Okay. There's all my tape. I feel like this is like the big reveal, you know? I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm really, really surprised at all of the specials Close to My Heart keeps coming out with. I swear every time I think, okay, I'm getting a break, they come out with something else that's really awesome. All right, I am gonna move this up a bit because I want the heart hidden, this little heart hidden as much as possible, right? So, just like that. I like that. Okay, you ready? Ba-bum. Hugs. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's gonna have a hitch going back into my heart. So what I need to do is put some kind of stopper there. I'll probably put a little bit of something there, just so it can't go up any higher. So that's what happens if you get your slider a little too high. See that? Just practicing like crazy. And so I don't want it any higher than where the heart will hold it into place. That is adorable. That is adorable. Isn't that great? So that little piece that is already colored like the bear, it's already the color of the bear, I can just glue a little bit of that on there. I'm just gonna put that and that right there. I'm gonna make a little bar that goes across. You can't even really see it on the card. I mean, you can see it because I'm showing you close up, but honestly, like if you're just looking at the card, you don't notice it. There. Bye-bye. So there is the hugs card with the bear. Now imagine, I was gonna make another one using this one where make like a little scene with grass and there's the little tree trunk, and then have him sitting on the tree trunk, and you could raise him up because he's got balloons in his hand. Whoop, like up in the air. So cute. My favorite is still this one with the cat. And of course I love the shark because, you know, I love that first of all, I love that I used this ocean scene again, but I really love that I used the shark. And then, of course, the presents are amazing. Happy birthday. And the happy birthday, these cards are what is part of that whole set that you can purchase as a bundle. You get these papers, you get the stamp set, and you get the cuts to make different things. Now imagine it sideways, maybe the frog with the fly, and the fly goes out. That's a possibility. Or maybe you have a Christmas present and stars come out, or, you know, stamp something up here, you know, that'll come out, stars, or, you know, whatever. There's all kinds of ideas. If you have a little Santa, you could have a little sleigh, and then the Santa stands up, or the presents pop up into his sleigh. I mean, there's just, you could have, like I said, the bee with the flowers, or maybe a sun coming out with a rainbow. And so these cards are, you know, really fun to have. You know, the possibilities are really fun with these. You can kind of go crazy. So, all right. I'm going to just raise that up a little bit and finish that off. I'm folding the little arrow. I'm going to put a little glue on the front and back. I'm going to put that on there. Okay, so this is what I have today. This is what I'm showing you today. I hope that you really, really love it. Look how cute. Hugs. Gosh, I love that so much. Ah, adorable. Okay, so let me know what you think. I'm curious to know if you know, you could make these on your own. There's no reason you have to buy this little kit. It just kind of nice to have the stuff all kind of put together for you. This is definitely a set where you need a template of some kind that you keep with your set. It's got instructions on how to put it together, but I gotta tell you, it takes a little bit, it's a little tricky to figure out which slot to use, like you saw on both of mine, really, to make sure your image shows all the way and to make sure that you don't have any hitches, okay? So let me know what you think. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to see what you come up with. And I will talk with you guys later. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.